10 Best Korean Manga I've Ever Read So Far. Hello, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will look at my personal favorites. So let's get to it. Oh, this isn't ranked, by the way. At number 10, we have Boundless Necromancer. The name may be misleading, but the main character doesn't raise armies of skeletons, but rather gets stronger with every enemy killed. We follow the story of Han Sun-jun, who awakened as a hunter and trained for 7 years to avenge his parents and gain an official hunting license. But because of his lack of talent and skills, he got kicked out from the training facility. Despite that, he did not give up, and thanks to his will, the Tower of Trials chose him as a challenger. As ambitious as one can be, he chose the hardest difficulty to finally achieve his dream. And after surviving through the first floor, he got his awaited unique skill, necromancy. At number 9, we have a comic named The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life. It follows the story of a heavenly demon Baek Jung-hyuk, who suddenly opened his eyes as the eldest son of the Dimitri family. Roman, known as the Fool of the Dimitri family, was a scumbag, but for the heavenly demon, the world's opinion is irrelevant. Baek quickly accepts his new name and strives to regain his former power as the strongest of the Murim world. He will have to overcome his bad name as Roman and build his reputation anew. Using his marital arts knowledge, Roman spectacularly defeats his enemies and builds his own force. For the first few chapters, the art style of this comic isn't great, but after chapter 18, a new artist worked on this series, and the new art style is really beautiful, especially in the newer chapters. At number 8, we have The Beginning After the End, a classic comic that I think a lot of people also like. At the beginning, we follow the story of mighty King Grey, who led numerous armies to victory, but died mysteriously in his bed. But to his surprise, he was reborn in another world as a baby. Despite having the brain of an adult, his body was still that of a child, but that didn't stop him from trying to regain his former power. He learned that the world he reincarnated into is filled with magic and monsters. The former king, now called Arthur, tries to correct his past life mistakes, while taking care of his new family and defeating anyone who stands in his way. This comic contains a lot of action and breathtaking fights. I highly recommend you read this one. At number 7, we have Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which is the adaptation of a really popular Korean novel. The Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint tells the story of Kim Dokja, a lonely 28-year-old office worker. At the start, we see him sitting in the train waiting to read the last chapter of his favorite novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. That book helped him go through his miserable life for the past 10 years. And now, after reading the last chapter, something bizarre has happened. The world is now in total chaos, with monsters roaming the streets, but Kim noticed that all these events are exactly the same as in his favorite novel, and of course, he now knows how this story ends. So from now on, Kim Dokja and the characters from the book have to go through various scenarios to survive. This comic features a captivating plot and a beautiful art style. I would say this is a must-read. At number 6, we have The Nano Machine. In this comic, we follow the story of Chin Yo-un, the illegitimate child of the demon lord of the demonic cult. We see him being pursued by assassins, and at the moment of his death, a mysterious man appears calling him an ancestor. Then Chin gets injected with nanotechnology, which will help him master martial arts with ease. Chin's objective from now on is to get admitted to the demonic academy and get revenge on his siblings and their families for killing his mother. Thanks to his charisma and fighting skills, he attracts loyal subordinates that will help him in his revenge and in getting the title of Demon Lord. This comic is one of the few Murim Korean manga, and I think it's excellent. At number 5, we have Second Life Ranker, a story about Yeon-woo, who had a twin brother who disappeared 5 years ago. One day, a pocket watch left by his brother returned to his possession. Inside, he found a hidden diary in which it was recorded, "By the time you hear this, I guess I will be already dead." His brother had died in a world called the Tower, where several universes and dimensions intersect. In that world, his brother had fallen victim to betrayal while climbing up the floors of the tower. After learning the truth, Yeon-woo decided to climb the tower along with his brother's diary. Yeon-woo then proceeds to go through the same trials and fights as his younger brother did as an anonymous player, while also finding hidden pieces written in his brother's diary. At number 4, we have the boxer. Having suffered ruthless bullying for the better part of his life, 17-year-old Yu has become emotionally numb and dissociated from reality, no longer able to act like a normal human being. Although he possesses the exceptional talent to dodge punches, Yu prefers to let bullies beat him down as he finds no meaning in his survival. Things begin to look up when Yu meets an old boxing trainer nicknamed K. Having raised 5 champions, K's years of experience and an impressive gut feeling allow him to recognize Yu's near-superhuman fighting abilities immediately. K takes Yu under his wing, despite Yu having no interest in fighting. However, after being reminded of a bright memory from the past, Yu has a change of heart and accepts K's offer, hoping to experience the same light once again. I think The Boxer is a beautiful story, and additionally it's completed with a satisfying ending. At number 3, we have the SSS-Class Suicide Hunter. Kim Gong-ya is a loser who wants to become like the number 1 ranker Flame Emperor and conquer the floors of the tower. Due to his immense envy, the tower rewarded him with a S-rank skill that allows him to copy other people's abilities, but only if they unalive him first. Heartbroken Gong-ya takes a night stroll when suddenly he finds out the Flame Emperor's true nature. After Kim is spotted and unalived by the strongest ranker, he manages to copy the Emperor's skill, which allows Kim to return him 24 hours prior to his death. With this combo of skills, Gong-ya unalives himself 4,050 times before the Flame Emperor awakens his skill. I personally love this manga as it has a beautiful art style and an interesting plot and heartwarming moments. At number 2, we have the player who can't level up. When Kim Ju finally awakened at the age of 18, he acquired a unique ability that normally allows someone to become a really powerful hunter. But Kim's dreams got crushed after he realized that he couldn't level up after defeating goblins. After 5 years of struggles and being a guide, he nearly died on the 4th floor. Having no other option, he ran away to the 5th floor, where he finally awakened his unique ability. Now he can link with egos, and his first was a mysterious talking black sword. From now on, Kim Ju can finally become stronger and find an elixir for his ill mother. I like this comic because of the relationships between Kim and his egos. At number 1, we have the Greatest Estate Developer. When civil engineering student Suho Kim falls asleep reading a fantasy novel, he wakes up as a character in the book. Suho is now in the body of Lloyd Frontera, a lazy noble who loves to drink and whose family is in a giant debt. Using his engineering knowledge, Suho designs various things to stop the terrible future that lies in wait for him. With the help of a giant hamster, a knight, and the world's magic, can Suho dig his new family out of debt and build a better future? I really like this comic because of its fantastic humor, and the faces that Lloyd makes are the funniest thing in the world. Thank you for watching this video. If you want, you can comment your top 10 down below. I also have an account on TikTok, so make sure to check it out if you are interested.